So here's the burning question for Padre fans, because when we're done, we want you to join us asking questions or making statements in Fans Forum. Here's the question. Who would you rather see them get? Because they're going to try hard to get one of these guys. The left-handed pitcher, Garrett Crochet, the ace of the White Sox staff, is on the trade block. The great right-handed young pitcher from Japan, Roki Sasaki, is about to be posted. He's available as a free agent. So I'm going to give you some opinions, and we want you to jump into the Fans Forum chat box and give us a reaction about the price they're going to have to pay. Let me just run through my notes for you very quickly. Sasaki is going to be posted, we think, within the next 2 weeks. He will count towards the international free agent pool for 2025, which means he could get as much as $7.5 million. It would be a minor league contract. He'd be locked to the team for 6 years. The Dodgers, obviously, because of Ohtani, because of Yamamoto, because of Dodger tradition with Japanese pitchers, seem to have the inside track. The Mets are going to meet with Sasaki when he becomes eligible. They scouted him extensively. The Padres are in the mix because of Yu Darvish, because of the employment of Hideo Nomo as a front office executive. They think they have an inside track. The Red Sox this morning announced they will be a bidder when the window opens, and the Philadelphia Phillies are out there also. They, of course, bring big-time tradition of having won games. So that's the Sasaki situation. Everybody can sign him to the same amount of money. So this will be an organizational choice. It will be a lifestyle culture choice for the Japanese 24-year-old pitcher. As it relates to Garrett Crochet, there are a lot of bidders out there. Some of them are the same. The Dodgers are talking to the White Sox about Crochet, but there's all kinds of different names that are in and out of this situation. Supposedly, Chi Sox want Gavin Stone, even though he's not going to pitch next season coming off shoulder surgery. They want either Andy Pages, the center fielder, or Gavin Lux, the second baseman. They want Diego Cartaya, top young catching prospect who is at Double-A, and they want one of the other starting pitchers. I'm led to believe it's Landon Knack. So the question I'll pose to you, John, first of all, your reaction to Sasaki, and then secondly, in terms of the Padres and what they would have to give up to beat the Dodgers. The Padres names mentioned in and out are Cronenworth, but they don't want his contract, Campusano the catcher, Jeremiah Estrada, Alex Jacobs, and maybe Matsui. Now that would give the White Sox everyday catcher maybe, obviously 3 young pitchers. Maybe somebody else gets thrown into the deal. So your reaction, first of all, to Sasaki, where he goes, who has the best fit, and then who wins the bidding battle to get Crochet from the Chi Sox?
If you're Sasaki, you got to love this, man. Everyone's just bidding for you. But didn't you say that they can only pay him so much? There's a limit. So everyone's going to be in on it. Everyone's going to probably try to spend the most. So this is going to come down to where he wants to be. But if you're the Padres, I mean, why give up all that talent just to get Crochet, and you're going to end up having to pay him at some point? The Sasaki deal is the best deal of all of the deals. But, you know, the Padres are going to be in a spot where it's like, you know, you're at the high school dance, and you're not sure who's going to pick you to go dancing.
So the question with Sasaki, what is the lure? Is the lure the Dodger heritage and all the World Series rings and the fact that Ohtani is there and the fact that Yokohama's there and the fact it's the Los Angeles market? See, I've been told by a baseball agent that Sasaki knows that he gets the base dollar value. All the same teams would pay him the same amount of money. But Sasaki, if he's in Los Angeles, his endorsement value rockets.
Yeah.
Rather than going somewhere else, including San Diego. Now, what's more important, Sasaki and the money, or Sasaki, Ohtani, Yamamoto, or Darvish, Hideo Nomo, past Padre history, AJ Preller, and then I got all these other teams that are out there on the periphery that want to make a sales pitch too about who they are, what they represent. Look what we've won.
And at that level, it's hard to compete with the Dodgers, right? I mean, they got Hollywood there and they've got everything going for him. The question is if he wants to be a second or a third fiddle. I think if he came to the Padres, would they slot him in the number one in the rotation?
No, but he's not the complete major league pitcher yet, but his stuff is 100-mile-an-hour fastball and the other two pitches and his strikeout abilities. I mean, he's right at the door, but he's not the ace of your staff coming in the front door.
That's like Garrett Crochet, same kind of vibe, right?
Yeah. So I have no idea what he's going to do. I tend to think, though, the marketing ability and the volume of dollars he would generate in the LA market is different than he would generate in San Diego or even in Boston or in Philadelphia. Now, what do you do about the Crochet trade? Are you willing to trade and pay some of Cronenworth's contract to make him part of the deal, or are you willing to just trade Campusano? And then what about putting three other pitchers in the deal, Estrada, Jacobs, and Matsui?
Well, didn't the White Sox wanted a 4-for-1 last time, if I recall?
And that's 4-for-1 at least.
Yeah, so they're going to be asking for everything. I mean, if you're just being a hardcore, numbers guy, it would be nice to move Cronenworth's contract, but in order to do that, they're going to ask for Salas, they're going to ask for the kid DeVries. I mean, so they're going to ask for a lot, and they should ask for a lot. The White Sox have a valuable asset. I don't see the Padres making that deal.
Crochet, 3.58 ERA. 209 strikeouts in 146 innings. This is a converted reliever who now's got electric stuff.
Wow.
Now, Padres are not the only one in there. Names mentioned in the Mets deal for Crochet of the White Sox. Left-handed pitcher David Peterson, third baseman Mark Vientos, and a number of minor leaguers. Vientos has turned out to be a pretty good ball player. Names mentioned in the Philly deal. Their third pitcher Christian Sanchez, third baseman Alec Baum. Names mentioned in the Red Sox deal. Garrett Whitmore, pitcher. Brian Bello, pitcher. Young outfielder Win Abreu. I mean, everybody's throwing a serviceable major leaguer and a whole bunch of prospects in each one of these deals.
Yeah, the name that surprised me there was Alec Boehm for the Phillies, because you were saying that the Phillies put him on the trade block. That kid is a good young player.
I think so too.
Yeah, I'm surprised they would want to move him unless they've got another third baseman waiting in the wings.
And I think that's all part of it. Okay, so that's where we are. Who do you want? You're a Padre fan. Jump into Fans Forum. Get in line to give us an opinion. You want Sasaki? Can they get Sasaki? Or would you just make the trade for Crochet? Again, understanding this general manager has traded 15 prospects already this season, so I don't know there's any limit on what A.J. Preller can do. Okay, we go from that.